Hello, everyone, and welcome to issue 2 of the new Renaissance Men with me, Michael.
I'm Dylan, still.
Andy.
And today with us, a very special guest, Mr. DeBurn. Say hello, sir.
How are we doing?
Damon, a friend of ours since high school, is going to be sitting in with us today because we are going to trivia afterwards, and we'll be sure to do a little segment at the end to tell you guys how we did because I know you guys are on the edge of your seats.
I'm gonna make a prediction right now and say we got
First.
8th place.
I'm going to say no worse than 7th.
8th
First.
place.
I was actually also going to say 7th.
See, oh man, here we go.
I'm gonna intentionally make it so we
I'm the
can
only
know.
optimist here.
Is anybody else concerned about this? My cat is still sitting on my shoulder like a pirate. I feel kind of badass. Do I look badass?
Call him Polly.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Call him
Our first topic today, Wiccans. Wiccans, the like religious group. I don't know too much about them. I don't think anybody at this table does, except for our own Cuban, who
Oh, my God.
kind of says he's a Wiccan expert here.
Oh,
So
no. I knew some shit. I read these books that actually deal with Wiccans in them a little bit, and they're fairly faithful. Dies of fire.
describe what's the definition of a Wiccan?
Is it monotheistic
so,
or is it poly?
It's weird. The Wiccans, and I'm correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm probably wrong. What I got from it was the Wiccans have two aspects of their god, but their god is more of like a
Is it like an
it's just like everything. Like everything is an aspect of.
Is it like the
universe.
mother Gaia?
Is it like
a,
is it like an
it's
actual
the-
god or is it like a thought? Like you know what I mean?
It basically deals with like the masculine and feminine aspects of all things in the world. Like there's the horned god. He's the masculine aspect. He's like your war god. He's and they like accept all. Like Ares. He's Ares. He's Zeus. He's Thor. He's Thor.
so pagans would be considered Wiccans.
Would he be Jesus?
Not necessarily. You can be pagan and not be Wiccan. Wiccan is an actual established religion. It only started in like the 50s, I think.
Does it cross over to Christianity, like Wiccan? Like would
It
Jesus
can't-
be
it
a
actually
masculine?
can. He can't.
So they could
Jesus would
technically
actually
be like
more of
Christians,
the
I guess.
feminine aspect, the
'Cause he-
goddess.
Because he didn't do war and shit. So a guy can be a feminine one. in that.
Sure, he could be. Like you would say, probably like Dionysus, the god of wine, is probably more of the feminine aspect, the goddess.
Even though it's
So,
That's weird.
so you can accept all gods in your religion. You can make up your own. It's more of like they're more like a focus point, and less of an actual god.
So let's say tomorrow you woke up and decided you wanted to be Wiccan, and so you could worship your own gods that you made up.
You could.
Okay, so like you could say, I'm going to make a shrine to Akatosh and worship to Akatosh, the god of time and space. You could do that, and
You could.
other Wiccans would approve
Could you make
of,
up your
of
own
worship.
god?
They might think you were being kind of a little hokey, but it's definitely something that you could do. You probably could. I mean, there's no rules against it. I don't believe.
Is there like a group?
Oh
do
yeah,
They go to church?
yeah. They have covens.
Do
They
they have,
call
like-
themselves witches. I mean,
Even
and-
guys? They're
yeah,
not
the guys
wizards
are
or
witches
druids
too.
or whatever.
They're not druids. They're just witches. They're all witches.
What is druids?
And they have a druids. They're like
Are they like
Celtic.
Druids like are Celtic lore, like.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I think, like to them, they thought they were mystic just because they were people that kept themselves in the woods.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting
Mountain
shit.
men.
Yeah.
Versus druids.
You can do spells and stuff. They believe in magic, but they believe in magic in like that it's less of like, oogie boogie stuff and more like just an ununderstood science.
So where would
Okay.
you find a coven? It's not like you can just go to
Craigslist.
Actually,
Probably.
yeah.
I'm a Wiccan looking for a coven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that yeah.
W's looking for C's. I think that's already a category.
What do Wiccans believe
Women
for like
looking
an
for
afterlife?
They go to the Summerlands. There is an actual established afterlife for them.
That
They
is
go
weird.
to the
But only do
Summerlands.
Wiccans go there, or is it like
No,
anyone?
everybody will go
Can-
there.
can pets go
Everybody
too?
goes there. Yeah,
Whether they're good or
actually,
bad?
all everything has their own
Like,
spirit or whatever.
even like murderers and shit go to their.
I don't
afterlife?
know if there's like a bad Summerlands. Like it's
The
kind of like a
Winterlands?
yeah, maybe it's coming. Anyway, so yeah, I mean it's not as far out there as it seems.
Borderlands.
The Borderlands.
I don't know. It sounds.
That's where you go if you like your treasure hunter.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds kind of interesting, but I just don't. I don't know how people can really. I mean, if it makes people happy and they aren't like being assholes and to other people.
like-
So
I mean,
do they like? Cause whenever you think of like Fox News, no politics, but you think of like sacrifices and shit like that.
No, they don't do that.
Well, I'm
But
just saying, like the
supposedly-
average person would think that.
If a Wiccan,
it's
they do
extremely
sacrifices.
misunderstood. It's way tamer than you would think, and like Wiccans are just like regular people. They're not like. I mean, you'll see a lot of Wiccans that are like, "Oh, I'm a witch," but they're more like a witch in like
they dress
I'm
like-
a Christian. I mean,
Yeah,
you
they
couldn't really
dress like
pull them
goth
out of a.
and, yeah.
can a Wiccan like just go overboard and like start a coven? Like let's say it's like a cult leader type of guy, and he gets like maybe 10 people following him and starts a coven that just decides that they're gonna be Wiccan. They're gonna worship like a satanic god, and they're gonna sacrifice animals. Like
That wouldn't be cool with Wiccans.
so you think they would be frowned upon in the other Wiccan community?
Oh yeah. Like other Wiccans would be like they're not Wiccans. Like
Like
they promote being like a good person and stuff. You can't
Like
do
Buddhists.
like evil spells and stuff. Yeah, they're very close to Buddhist. I mean,
I like
it's
Buddhism.
every ELE.
If I had to look into any other like,
everybody love everybody.
if I had to look into any other line of faith to be in, I would look into Buddhism. Like Buddhism, they seem like they have their shit together.
Yeah.
One thing
really.
you never see on the news, like radical Buddhist kills. Like,
Exactly.
I'm sure-
Like
They just
Buddhists-
light themselves on fire. You know,
Yeah,
that's
Buddhists
cool.
are
and
super
even
chill.
then, they're like, they frown upon suicide.
Tibetans, they're Buddhist,
Sure.
aren't they?
Yeah. Dalai
So,
Lama.
the rest of the people of
He's
China,
not
what's
even. I
their
don't
deal?
even. Dalai Lama's not even allowed in Tibet. 'Cause
No,
he's-
well,
he's-
Tibet's owned by China.
Yeah, but he's I don't want to say annexed, but what do they call it when they kick someone out? Like we can't go.
They exiled him.
Exiled, yeah.
He's not allowed in China.
I'm a little ignorant.
I
on
Just
Yeah.
kind of weird
Tibet.
that the Tibetan #1 Tibetan monk isn't
I'm a
allowed in
little,
Tibet.
I'm a little ignorant on the Tibet issue. Well, what's the deal? Like, why does China have such a beef against the Tibetans?
because they want
because
their,
it's
they want
theirs,
their
and-
sovereign land.
Yeah, and the
And-
Tibetans do want their sovereignty. And
Anytime there's anyone that that's like Texas. If Texas wanted, we'd be like, no, dude, you can't leave.
Well, I
But
mean,
it's
it
not
is-
like a giant. It's
it's
completely
in their
different
constitution
situation.
that they could leave if they wanted.
Yeah, it's a different situation. I don't know how I feel about
But like, I mean,
it. I'm not from there.
is the rest of China Buddhist?
I think there's Buddhists in China.
There's a lot of.
As
Yeah,
far
I
as
think
as far as
there's a
faith
large
goes,
Buddhist-
what's the
I think it's like probably Buddhist, Hindu. I'd say go Buddhist.
Confucianism.
Yeah,
And
does that count
Taoist.
as- yeah. Isn't that different sects of Buddhism?
Yeah, I thought Confucianism was
Confucianism is less a religion, more just like a
A-
general way of thinking.
A way of life.
What is the way
Yeah.
of thinking in Confucianism?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Confucianism expert.
I know they have like wabi sabi, which is like
Really hot stuff.
Yeah, wabi sabi sauce, man. Put that on a taco.
gosh.
All right, sorry about that quick microphone glitch. We were talking about Buddhism though. Buddhism in China.
No, wabi sabi is like you you like celebrate the beauty in things that are flawed, like the mole on, even though she like tattooed that on her face, Marilyn Monroe's face.
Or fat bitches.
Yes.
Get audiences.
Like-
We lost an audience that does not exist.
I don't know. We got a lot of really nice emails at newrenaissancemen@gmail.com. Send us your thoughts, ideas for topics you want us to talk about stuff. Give us your thoughts. We'll give you a shout out. A lot of really nice things said to us.
Yeah.
newrenaissancemen@gmail.com.
If you
Thanks
know
for all
about if you know about Wicca or whatever, say it, because we're not going to go to Wikipedia.
Yeah. If you want
shit,
to
puns.
if you want to adopt Dylan
The
into
lowest
your
form of
your
comedy.
coven, send Dylan like a pamphlet or something.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Yeah.
A little something about
That'd
what
be
it's
kinda
about,
cool.
and he'll go from there.
All right. So, what else do we got?
I have a game idea for when we come back. I'll give you guys a little time to think about it. It's something they play on other podcasts. It's called One True Three.
One Truth 3?
One True Three. They play it on Tellin' Steve Dave. That's where I got the idea. Anyway, you say 3 stories. Only one of them is true. Like you just say 3 things, and then people ask questions about the stories, and then they try to guess which one is the fake one. And so basically, you tell 2 fake stories, 1 real story.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I could rock. I'm a good liar.
See, yeah, that's why I think this will be fun. So I figure we'll give us all time to figure out what we want to do for our backstories of what our truth is going to be, and then maybe we could play when we get back from trivia tonight.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if a single one of my stories are true. So.
Well, let's try to keep one of them true.
Twist.
Let's try
They're
to,
all bullshit.
let's try to
I'm
keep
not
one of them true.
sure
But yeah,
on
I think
that.
that'll be a kind of fun game to play, and it does well on other podcasts. So yeah. So next topic is she's not allowed to be on the table. Next topic is the mafia.
Get your dollars and get out of here, dirty hooker stripper.
Next topic is the mafia. The classic, like I'm thinking, guys in pinstripe suits, Tommy guns.
Oh yeah,
Right off the bat, thoughts. The mafia.
the mafia. What can be said about the mafia that hasn't already been said?
Are you guys afraid about talking about the mafia?
I don't
we're
know.
Gonna,
Like you know, you
we're gonna
talk
put
about
this
the
out there, and
mafia,
we're gonna
you
get
might-
we're gonna get whacked off.
we might get
No.
whacked off.
Get whacked off a little bit.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting whacked off.
Are there female? No. I don't know. I'm wondering if it's still around. Honestly.
I think
There has to be.
I mean,
I think
everything's
they're
still
around.
around. I mean, we still have like, you know.
I think the mafia is good at keeping stuff quiet. They're not showboaters, you know. I mean,
Well, what's his name? Just recently, like Whitey something up in Boston. He was a big mobster, wasn't he? And it was like a huge deal that he was caught.
yeah.
Yeah.
My,
So I mean, there's still a mob in Boston, and there has to be one in New York.
Yeah.
No, my grandpa knew the owner. I won't say their name or the casino, but they owned a certain casino in Vegas, and it's a huge casino. I'm assuming people know.
Vegas. Yeah, Vegas
People
has
know,
to be.
people know what it is, but no. Apparently, when they owned it, the mob owned the casinos. That the pay was actually quite good.
And the mafia?
Yeah, they were actually pretty outstanding people.
Mafia would be like it would be a pretty fun job, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it would be easy.
I think
I don't want to be in
I
the mob,
really
but I
think,
would work for the mob.
No, I think movies
they
and
probably
stuff
pay
kind of glamour, over glamour.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think
it
it
makes
was
it
all just
glamorous,
going
but-
killing people. I think a lot of it was,
Like I assume a lot of it is keeping a lookout from the cops and keeping a lookout from other maybe mob members.
I don't think it's like Sons of Anarchy where
Oh,
like
no.
they're like
I wish.
they're like killing like the guy that rapes like a girl or some shit.
Speaking of Sons
No,
of
I think
Anarchy,
there's a lot of vigilante justice in the mob.
Yeah.
speaking of Sons of Anarchy, Jax, the guy that plays Jax, what's
Charlie
his name?
Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam, beautiful man. He was talking about that the guy that he got inspiration from Jax from, like the actual motorcycle gang member that he followed around, like the white shoes, the swagger, all of that.
Air Force Ones.
Yeah, he actually got shot like a week into Sons of Anarchy production.
Yeah.
The guy that he based Jax off of.
I wonder if Harley sponsors that show. They all drive Harleys.
I found out today that the Hells Angels never drive Harleys.
They
They call them garbage wagons.
to be in Hell's Angels, which is officially which is officially a not gang thing. It's just a motorcycle enthusiast
Motorcycle club, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, all you have to do is drive an American-made motorcycle with, I believe it's over 1,000 cc's. So you can drive.
You can't drive a Harley. It's in there. You cannot.
Maybe
it's in their-
maybe
in
because
their-
maybe because it's not made in America
In
anymore
their
or
bylaws?
something. But that's all you have to do.
Oh no, it's always been this. It's in
Because
their bylaws
like you
that
can you can
can't-
drive like a Buell 1125R because that's an American, but that's Harley as well. So
All I know
highly
is that
doubt
they
any Hell's Angels are going to be.
I read this today. I just my information that they
That's
said that you
hell
in
of a
their
coincidence.
bylaws it says you cannot wear a Hell's Angels patch if you are riding a garbage wagon, a Harley.
I never understood the fascination with Harleys, honestly.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think they look nice as a non-motorcycle expert. I see a Harley and I was like, I'd like one.
Yeah,
If
I've
someone
seen
were
some
to
nice
offer me
Harleys.
one, I'd take it.
I would too, but they are very expensive to do anything on. I'd take anything if someone offered it to me.
Yeah, if somebody offers me a piece
Hey,
of
Andy,
gum,
want
I
a
don't
BJ?
turn it down. Yeah. Yeah.
Says the old homeless guy.
Still, yeah.
Homeless guys, they probably know their way around oral sex. I mean, they're
Oh,
on
yeah.
they're on the streets.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
What do you guys think the streets are like? Like, what do you think the life of a homeless person is like?
I think depends on what, because there's like drifters or homeless people, like homeless people that like have to live in shelters and like sleep at like the police station and
It's
crap. when it's
it's
cold
not.
and-
It's like homeless.
Like a drifter would be kind of, I think, a pleasant job. You just kind of go where there's work, and you don't really have to sit home. But like a homeless person seems kind of shitty, actually.
Well, I watched something a while ago about homeless people, and if they're like at the right spot, they can make like $1,000 a day just like from like the freaking loose change that people throw.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like in New York where there's a lot of.
So there's probably a good percentage of the homeless people we see that actually aren't homeless at all. Like it could be they have that Tuesday off.
Right.
But there's a
God
lot
knows.
of homeless people that you don't see. Period. I mean, like.
Yeah, like they're like bridge communities like that you hear
Well,
about.
no, but like just homeless people, man. Like people that don't have a home anymore, and I mean, there are a lot of them you couldn't pick them out.
Well, the term homeless is very broad. Like we could be talking
Right.
about like
We're talking vagrants.
yeah, like we're not talking mother behind on rent,
Yeah.
with children, and that's sad.
Living in your car.
No,
We're talking,
I'm talking about the crazy guy that chases me around with a condom.
Okay, yeah, I want to restate. Hell's Angels do ride Harleys. I was right.
Okay.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Hells Angels.
Oh, bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Get
because
your Wikipedia.
they're American. They ride American bikes. So like old Indians were made in America. So I could see them driving an old Indian like Scout.
Most of them
which would
ride
be kinda
customs.
But
Wait,
Andy,
that'd
what do you think about the homeless, Andy? What do you think?
Cool.
Keep taking on.
If they ask for like some change, I usually give it to them.
No, but I mean, what do you think? What do you think life is like a homeless person?
We should have a homeless person on the podcast.
We should.
Hey.
That would be interesting.
I don't
Just
know,
carry around
usually-
a recorder and interview people in like
Yeah,
downtown
well,
Omaha.
Usually the homeless people I see are like, I want to say almost fake homeless. Because
Yeah,
they have like
well, that's
they have
what we were
like
saying.
ninja stole my family, need money for
I saw-
jiu-jitsu lessons or some crap.
I
and
saw
that's-
a person with that sign in San Francisco.
Yeah, that's like not even cool, I guess, because they're taking money from people who actually need it.
Hipsters. Well, who would give money to the ninja guy?
They do, like
What?
it works.
They get like people say they give money to like the most outrageous sign they see.
Hipsters.
Yeah.
Which to me defeats the
Hipsters.
purpose because those are the people like on drugs or like with mental issues.
Well-
and I don't want to give
well,
anyone with mental issues money.
You can be
Like-
you can be
I want
My
them, I
God.
want them to wither in the gutter.
no, you can be professionally homeless but own a home.
Sure.
Yeah, like there's a
I think
there's a lot of
technically you would need
stories.
someone else to sign the
Panhandling.
lease though, wouldn't you?
No.
Not necessarily.
You're a
You don't have to be
panhandler,
homeless
yeah.
to panhandle.
It's totally tax free. It's counted. I think a charitable donation is what it's legally considered. But no, there was like an old lady who would shake. Like I've seen a bunch of stories on it. They'd shake her, like she'd pretend to shake and pretend she had a mental illness, and she was pulling in like over $200,000 a year or something.
Oh.
Or like a lot
I've
of
heard
them.
stories of people getting
Yeah,
way
like
more
a lot
money
of
than
money.
should be possible
Yeah.
from spare change.
Or like a lady brought her kids out and she was making.
Oh yeah,
She
you
was
make
like living
bank.
in a mansion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
labor laws against that. Come on.
No.
What? Yeah.
They're not really doing it.
Yeah, they're not working.
Well,
mean,
like I
they're
read that
just-
story a while ago. A guy raised like $1 million just picking up change off of the street, like in parking lots and shit.
That kind of reminds me of like you ever hear the guy traded a red, I think it was a red paperclip for a
Yeah, there
house.
was a book about that.
Yeah.
I know.
Craigslist. He just went. He's like, "Hey, trade you this red paperclip for something," and someone's like, "Hey, I will trade you a pen for this
Right,
red paperclip."
got
So they switch it, and he gets the pen, and then he switches the pen for like a notebook or
I
whatever.
think he eventually got like
And then
a
a jet
ticket to the
ski.
Oscars.
Yeah, he got like something really strange, and like traded for a house. I mean,
That's crazy.
a nice house. Too. Well, I wouldn't say nice, but a house. I mean, for a paper.
I think he traded like
Took
all
like
some,
4
he had, like
years.
48 different things. He
Yeah,
had,
it took like 4 years
but, I
or
mean,
something. Yeah, took a
hey,
while.
All stem
4
from
years
a
for $1 million.
paperclip.
Yeah, from a paperclip, and no money like was spent
Nope.
for anything.
That's a
yeah.
gamble.
That's
Not
cool.
really, it's a
It's a
paperclip.
paperclip. Yeah, what do you
I
have to
mean,
lose?
I mean, did he know he was gonna make his nut that way?
I
don't
think he.
I
I think he
it as a
did.
joke,
I think he
but
did it
don't
as
know.
a thing to see.
Yeah,
Like, to
it was
see
an
if he could
interesting
do it.
thing.
I think he had a discussion about it at work and decided to try it.
Yeah.
I feel like I
He of course
Trading
donated.
up.
He donated it to charity, didn't he?
No.
It was just a paperclip though. Like I mean,
It's a big ass paperclip.
So everybody go try to trade a paperclip, and we'll donate all the proceeds to charity. That'll be our long-term charitable drive.
hey, if anybody,
The paperclip foundation.
Or
Yeah,
even-
everybody listening to this, try to trade a paperclip for something better. Eventually, we'll sell whatever we get at the end, and we'll donate to charity.
or
Yeah,
maybe
but
even
that's a
just
lot of
donate us
effort.
podcast equipment.
Yeah.
Email us
There you go.
at newrenaissancemen at
I like
gmail.com.
I like keeping the money better. That's probably better. Let's just keep the money.
Send us your money.
Send us money.
I don't know. You don't think we should be
Is
a
it
little
weird?
trustworthy with the
Is
money?
it weird that like the before the first one was like, hey, we'll send you money. Now we're asking for money.
Yeah, if you send me $1, I will mail you back a pen.
Ended up being like it costs $5 to mail.
And what a
mail.
fun transaction that will be.
Oh, yeah. There's a website you can literally go to and buy quarters for more than they are worth. And that's all they do is sell you quarters.
That is the most
They'll sell you
brilliant
a-
idea ever.
Did you guys
It's like a
ever
roll, a
collect
$10
steak
roll of
quarters?
quarters for $15.
with shipping, I bet.
And they said, we have customers. What?
Did you guys ever collect steak quarters?
Steak quarters? No.
It was very short-lived, but I did.
I know
I
a
did
lot of
too.
people that did, and I probably had 2. But like I was like, hey, these are 2 different ones. I'll start a collection. Then
It was
I
a good
spent 'em on,
idea.
like a zebra cake or something.
I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah. The government probably made a killing on those
Oh
quarters.
God! Seriously, dude? Because
Come
like you
on.
pre-order that kit that all 50 states is probably
Yeah,
like,
I had that. Is that like the map?
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
just sent you one in the mail, or I don't know how you got them.
No,
I
you
think
had to-
we
you had
had
to look
one.
for
I
'em.
think my family had one, but I don't know if it ever got filled out or not. I think we lost.
They have
interest
so
in
many
that.
quarters now.
I had
Oh, yeah,
one
they
for
got
a
quarters
while.
for the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
I had one for a while, and I had like 12, like to 15 in there, and then my dad like stomped on it out of anger. I got the quarters out though.
Yeah.
You know what? I bet you could. You know what I bet? I bet you can go on like eBay or something and buy that quarter thing for what the quarters are worth.
Probably.
So like
Probably.
50. Don't make me do math. Very simple math.
50 divided
50
by
divided by 4 is
a
like,
million.
a number.
It's like
12.
12.
it's like
It's
it's like
12.50.
12. Yeah, 50.
Was it with you guys? Or I think
God, I feel
think this
stupid.
is one of your stories that you guys were like in Spanish class or something, and then maybe Wicker was around, and then like somebody said something about having like 1,500 nickels, and then Andy was like, "My God, that's 17." Like right off the bat, like he was for sure. Like he's like, "My God, that's $1,700."
So sure, my math.
Yeah, no,
It's like
yeah.
to say that my math was totally wrong. That is not 12.50. Not a quarter of a. I have no idea what it is. honestly.
But-
$12.50. You're right.
Yeah, it is.
It is it? Is it?
Yeah,
I'm a
50 into
badass.
4.
Matt.
Because think $50, but 4 quarters, so 4, and then 4 goes in that 12.
Or 40 quarters is freaking $10. Like,
There you go.
I got an 18 on my math in the ACT.
I got an 18 on the math too.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
bad at math.
I got like a 32.
I finished with the 26. That's not bad. You know?
Really?
I
I thought you get
finished-
higher.
No, I finished with 26. 26 ain't bad on an ACT when you're like
I got like a 30.
hungover.
I got like a
Just
33,
think
I
about
think.
You just think
Why did I
art
go to
class,
college?
Not many people broke 20.
Why didn't you go to college?
It's too expensive.
It is expensive. That's why there are student loans.
And that's where you fucking. Those are expensive.
Yeah.
15.
Those are more expensive than
They
the
are
college,
more
actually.
expensive than college.
I think
They have
I'm like
super
10
high
grand.
interest rates and
I'm 10 grand in debt right now. Well, no, I'm on a like.
And not to mention, they're not just more expensive because they have interest, but like they
I'm
give
on
them
a
to
3%.
anyone.
I'm on a 3%
Anyone can get
interest
a
rate, though.
school loan.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they have it now where you can't go bankrupt out of it. So if you go bankrupt, you still have your school loan
Since the government
and your medical. bill.
since the government took over the student loans, I know interest rates went down.
yeah, they're talking about raising. I don't know. I don't know anything about economics.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
economics. is
Fuck
stupid.
economics.
Yeah,
that
Who
is
needs
our
money?
our
Makes the
position
whole
on
world
economics.
go round, too. Yeah.
Let's
we don't
transition here.
we don't understand it, so fuck it.
Yeah. Good.
But we're going to trivia tonight, and again, we'll let you know how we do. It's trivia at Two Fine Irishmen here in Omaha, Nebraska. We don't usually do very well, but it's a lot of fun. We have some drinks, enjoy some dollar tacos.
Good dollar.
We have Damon with us to cover some sports.
There you
Say
go.
sports.
Damon's got sports.
God knows we
Damon,
know.
is there
Say-
anything
say sport.
interesting? I'm
No,
gonna
no, no.
break the rule and say, is there anything interesting going on? in
No,
sports?
say it in your
Ooh.
sultry summer sweet voice too.
Yeah, give us that radio voice.
It's
Damon.
like
I have
ear
no-
butter.
Come on.
It's
I-
ear butter.
I
Listen
have
to
no
this.
idea what summer sultry voice means.
Damon is
Ear
a-
butter.
I just
Oh, that's
talked.
it right there.
Ear butter.
I mean, we were talking earlier. I mean,
Ear
Dylan
butter.
pretty much had it. It's Michael Sam being the first gay player.
That
and
was
the
like-
only gay player in the
That
NFL.
was like during
well,
the
people
draft.
people are still
right?
talking about it.
Yeah,
That's
they are.
obviously
It's
still
crazy.
a big issue.
It's
still an
The
issue?
First openly gay player.
That is
in
still.
the NFL.
I'm guessing like I don't want to sound like an idiot or whatever, but I'm guessing there are a lot of gay football, whatever, soccer players.
No. Football, American.
That's what I
football.
mean. Like, I'm guessing there's a lot of like
gays.
gay in other sports. Like,
Oh,
why is
yeah,
football
probably.
such a big deal?
Well,
Like,
I mean,
it's
it's
manly.
a very-
It's
it's a
specifically
very,
American.
masculine
and
sport.
it's like
yeah.
It's just-
So
Damon, do you think this player is going to get targeted? What
Oh,
position
yeah.
is he?
He's a defensive end.
he's
or a defensive
totally
tackle.
gonna get. He's already
Pretty
getting
sure he's
targeted.
In the
You
football
shouldn't have no trouble
in the football
staving off
universe,
the butt rape
is
'cause he's an
he
offensive
prone
end.
to lash it? Can people target him and like go especially hard on him?
I think his team doesn't.
I've never played with an openly gay player.
No, I mean,
so,
but like I mean that
No,
position.
we played
can-
it.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I mean, if he is, it's probably going to be very hush hush. I mean, I imagine it wouldn't even leave the locker room.
Well,
But
I know his
I
teammates
mean-
don't care, right?
you know, it is still very masculine. I imagine
There's-
that they're
I
not
would say
exactly
Another
gonna be
thing,
adult
isn't
about
he-
it in the locker room?
Isn't
You know
he
what I mean?
really, really, really good? Like, he's a
No.
very
He
good
got
player.
like co
He's pretty-
SEC Defensive Player of the Year.
What does
award.
that mean?
It's like he played like the best on defense.
What team is he
in
with?
the SEC. Right now,
Yeah.
the St. Louis Rams.
The golds and silvers.
The
Gold
Rams.
Gold
blue.
blue.
What
Close.
Pretty close,
what
Michael.
is that's the colors they sport?
Yep, that is the color.
Sports. I love sports.
I think
My paladin has a
from what I've
77
heard,
in
most
sports.
of the NFL is actually pretty cool with it. Like a lot of
Yeah.
the big guys would come out in support of him. Like a lot of the big guys.
Well, I know
Really,
there's a
it's-
lot of
I'm
color.
sure that's kind of like an on paper thing as well. You know what I mean? 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, who's the
But they
who's the
didn't have
genius
to.
It's going to be like. Well, I agree, but
They didn't have to. They could have said nothing.
But
which is
honestly,
what
it's
probably
so-
A lot
most
of
of the
people
guys
did,
that
yeah.
don't.
I think
most
the
of
guy. I
guys
think
that
he
don't
wanted
care
it. I
are-
think he wanted it out though.
It's so old fashioned to be homophobic now, though.
Yeah,
like, I
that's-
mean,
I
really,
agree.
Yeah.
It is.
Like I mean, really, it's you know, there's no play. The world has changed.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
you don't
real
have to
problem
like
with
you
it
don't
is-
have to agree with it or accept it. Just like ignore it or tolerate it. Like
Yeah,
how difficult? How difficult is that?
Don't be an asshole. What is what did two men loving each other have to do with you, guy?
Yeah, I mean-
We let people who murder people play football. So I mean, we should let
Yeah.
people that like to put
Yeah.
in Clippers play football.
Yeah.
Allegedly
Let's
murder
put the
people.
Allegedly.
Allegedly murder people and then
No.
rat on your friends and pay
There's
off
a
the
there's a
cops.
bunch of people that
Okay.
have murdered people.
Yeah, but no, yeah, like I just think it's silly that you know if anybody would target that
Yeah,
player
I
for
don't,
being gay.
I don't think he'll be. I don't know. Targeted isn't like. they'll
No,
target
he's
him.
got like that group
He'll
in
be a
Kansas.
defensive end, and I mean it's hard to target a defensive end. They're
What's
pretty
that?
big
What's
guys.
that?
Probably.
Yeah, what's
He's
that
probably
group
going to
in,
be the one targeting the dudes that are being dicks to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that group in Kansas that like does the, you know, they go to like when
Oh my
The-
god.
troops come back and like
Yeah,
they say
the-
you killed like they go to the abortion
the
things.
Denver,
and
this guy.
Southern Bureau Baptist Church,
Shit,
the what?
the Southern Borough Baptist Church.
Yeah, I think
that's what.
Yeah, they're
Timmy.
probably all over him.
What if he was? I was thinking it'd be weird if Team Tebow was still a quarterback, like for a major team, and that guy was defensive end, like because Team Tebow didn't he come out against like being gay and shit?
I swear to God, you're saying
Well, he's-
Team Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah, but
He's-
it sounds like
I
he's
don't
Team
think so.
Tebow.
He's super
Tim
Christian.
Tebow.
He's very is Christian though.
Yeah, he's very religious, and I think that would.
Do you guys want to go to cracked.com and see anything
what do
fun
they got?
on
I don't
there?
know. I think I read some stuff. I just don't remember.
I
any
don't
of
really
it.
go on Cracked.
While I'm pulling
It
up
is one of my
cracked,
favorites.
why don't Damon and Andy talk about? Oh, and I guess Dylan talk about their beards. I'm trying to, but it looks more like
you got good. It's just you don't have your
Chris
chin is
Pratt
less
in
strong.
Parks and Rec. I have the Andy Dwyer of beards. You know what I'm talking?
Our biggest beard at the table is
I-
obviously Damon.
Yeah, most full is mine.
Andy's got most full. I've got a little.
He's got the
goatee.
most unique.
So on the car ride up here, we couldn't come
Okay.
to a consensus, but on
Okay,
the
we all
podcast-
know the best beard has right of way. When two beards beat, the better beard gets the cake or whatever you want to call it.
You know,
So we're trying to determine if you had a really long, like Van Dyke, which is a mustache connected to a goatee. If you had a long goatee, whatever Van Dyke, if you had a long Van Dyke, would that be a better beard than someone who had a full beard that was just a little shorter?
Got it.
like, do you count the mustache on the total length of the beard? Because you don't. It's
n-
measured from the bottom of
Yeah,
the
you
chin.
shouldn't.
Yeah, but like
Bottom of the
what
chin
beard
down.
is the I don't want to say better beard, but the beard that gets rite of passage or whatever you want to call it.
I feel like length is a bigger.
Yeah, but if someone has
It's-
one hair
well,
on
no,
their
okay,
chin,
I don't.
So like that's if
know,
Dylan had his down to his belly button, but I had it down to my
I'd
nipples,
be
and
kind
it
of
was a
impressed
full.
if
And
Dylan
it was
could
a
keep that little, like, you know what I mean? That like thumb.
yeah.
width.
Well,
Never
you'd
down.
probably have to like dread that shit or something.
Oh yeah.
But so let's say you had it
I
to your
would.
belly button, and I had a full unnatural beard to my titties. So like, I have breast
Say your
implants, by
chest.
the way.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Big, nice ones.
yeah.
Still doing the
they're like
hormone therapy.
Yeah, they're like a C. Anyways,
Again,
Which
he has
one's
the
the
second
better-
best beard here.
which one's the better beard?
Between the two of you?
No, like if his beard was like to his belly button, but it was just that, and if I had mine full to my nipples,
It would depend on grooming. Like, was there a product in either beard?
I don't know.
let's just say no. Let's just say it was
I would
straight
probably
hair.
do twists with some ties in it and just.
That would be the better beard.
Yeah, but if I was at that point, I would definitely Viking braid mine.
Well, that's
Well, that would
exactly
be
what
the
I would
better
do
beard.
though.
Oh, well, then that would be the.
Mine would be one single. No, I mean that's what I was talking about. Not, like you take a little thing, you put a little band around it, and then you take another chunk, put another band around it.
All right, guys. So
So-
I'm at crack.com, and I'm
Beard
looking at
rings.
5 facts about meth that the anti-drug ads
I read this one.
don't want. The good one. Should we
But
go into
it's
this?
pretty good. It was pretty good, actually. It wasn't bad.
All right.
I know a lot of people on meth. It's not a good thing.
Who do you know on meth?
I'm not gonna say any names.
What are they like? Describe them when they're on
They're
meth.
skinny, sketchy, and they steal.
Well,
the,
see,
the
that's
3
the
S's.
Yeah.
This
That's how you know if you have a meth head. They're skinny,
This
they're
article was
sketchy, and they
more
steal.
about the hidden meth addicts, like the ones that do
Oh,
meth and
like
you can't
what's
tell.
his face? He was heroin addict, but
Yeah,
he died.
because number 5 is most meth addicts don't look like meth addicts.
Who,
Yeah,
who
that's
was
true.
it? Who was it that died of heroin? White chocolate!
Watch out.
White chocolate! He screams it.
I don't know.
I don't
You
know
know,
who
he
that was.
kind of reminds me of Jim Gaffigan.
Oh, the big fat guy? No, never mind.
I don't want to remember him as that, but he was like a ginger, I think.
I have no idea.
God, it's gonna drive me
I don't know.
nuts. Heroin,
Yeah,
heroin overdose, and no one saw it coming. Like no one expected that.
Oh, that director?
Director and actor, I believe.
Michael Seymour Hoffman.
Yes.
Seymour,
Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip.
Yeah.
Ah, I loved him.
I
He
was
was good.
totally shocked. He did not seem like he.
No,
I
I-
know. Actually, a lot of people knew he had drug problems.
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
but-
pretty well known that he had a drug issue.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That one
him
was actually
personally.
coming.
He just didn't look like one.
That
You
one-
know what I mean?
You could see that
he
coming
didn't.
from a mile away.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like one. He's
Number
heavier
four,
set.
number 4 on this meth article, I don't understand. Anti-meth stigma can make the problem worse.
Actually,
Well, 'cause, like,
yeah, because think about it, they can't come out to anyone because meth is like
Oh yeah.
that drug. Like you do not like. Yeah, you do mushrooms, you do pot. Yeah, you might take pills, but you do meth, and you're like down a road. No one even wants to.
Yeah,
fucking
it's like
deal with you.
meth, heroin, 2 drugs that like nobody ever wants to hear you say you did, and they like will totally think about you differently if
Forever.
you say you did.
They
that.
will never.
and
Some
heroin.
people might not even talk to you ever again.
Yeah,
after
there
that.
was probably a lot of people that would not want to talk to you if they knew.
At
you-
any point in
you
time,
had
even if you
ever
tried
done
it. That
But I mean, wouldn't that be kind of a good thing to keep people away, though?
no,
Well, what
because
they're
then they
saying is-
can't get help.
Yeah, it's hard
They
for
don't
them
want
to
to.
get.
They don't want to come out to people.
They don't
and
want
be
anybody
like,
knowing
I
they
have
were
a
meth
problem.
heads. There's
Yeah.
a story about a guy. One of the chicks in this article, she wrote about her boyfriend. He shot meth into his dick. But
Like-
he had
like-
such a stigma about shooting meth into his dick. They did go to the hospital. He told them that he shot cocaine in his dick just because he didn't want the doctor to know he was using meth. It's a doctor. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that could have been important. It probably was important. And, you know, just for that. And, you know, he didn't
Yeah.
care that somebody caught him shooting something into his dick with a needle.
Yeah.
Just as long as it wasn't
Yeah,
meth.
it was-
Yeah.
it was meth, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying, would like if a parent or like if a child was on meth and they came to their parents said I was on meth, the parent would take that more seriously and probably like send them to rehab as opposed
But-
to like, oh, you're grounded, you're never going out again, blah blah blah.
Well,
Yeah,
what
but-
parent
well-
is going to say, you know,
Yeah.
I don't think they need
That's
a PSA
anything,
ad
really,
to make
yeah.
it look like, you know, the faces of death type deal. But, I don't know.
But yeah, it's I don't know if it's a good thing because like there's such a stigma against it. I feel like if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. You don't matter what the stigma is.
Okay, the next one is regulating pseudoephedrine didn't even keep meth out of the supermarket.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, like I know
They-
a little bit
no.
about this one. I worked in a
People- yeah.
pharmacy for a long time, and like I know, you know,
People just picking up the pseudo.
like you can tell the people that
All them
They call
Smurfs
they
coming
call
in.
them the Smurfs.
Smurfs, yeah, all
I
them
don't know why.
Smurfs coming in.
yeah, like I mean, they you could smell it. Like I mean, the hardcore meth users, you could really
Oh, yeah.
smell
Yeah.
it.
Another
they're
thing,
the Smurfs.
another thing is they could get rid of that completely, and they are damn. I don't want to say smart, but they are damn creative at doing stuff. Like they will find a way. It doesn't matter if you got rid of it completely. They will make it themselves.
Well, the main thing the article said was that it basically was just taken over by the Mexican cartels. The guy said, I used to just buy it from a guy, and now I buy, then I had to start buying it from gang members, like, because
Yeah.
they were the people that controlled it, and that they bring the violence in and shit. So really, the
It's-
pseudoephedrine thing just brought in Mexican
yeah.
gang members, which is great, because we see more cartels up here.
Okay, guys. So we're coming in close to when we have to leave for trivia here. So I wanted to get your opinion on something. I worked a job a while back, and one of the customers that frequented this establishment, he was an older man, and like he's very friendly, like at first, but there was something off about him that I could never put my finger on, and he would keep saying how he like needed to hang out and stuff, and like this guy is like in his 80s, like this old guy frequented this place. I'll say it was the comic book store I worked at. Anyway.
Okay.
So he asked for my phone number. I gave it to him out of pity. I thinking he wouldn't do anything with it, and if he did, I would just ignore him.
God.
Yeah, and so like he keeps trying to we went out once. It sounds really
creepy,
bad.
actually.
But like he took me out to lunch once. Like I thought, just like keep an old guy company.
It wasn't my uncle, was it?
It was, but things got very weird. Well, he started talking about how kids would come over to his house and how like he had a party the night before, and a 15-year-old got a BJ in his guest room next door, and how another kid like vomited all over his dining room table, like onto his like floor. So something sketchy is going on. He's having all these teenagers drink at his place. He keeps trying to call me to hang out with him. I have his last voicemail. We all can listen. You guys tell me what you think about him.
This is amazing. How
This is all
long
new
ago
to
did
me.
you go
I
out with
have
this
not-
guy?
I have not heard this at all.
I have not either.
This is probably the last time I went out with him was probably 6 months ago.
Oh wow, still trying to get a hold
No,
of you.
not 6 months ago. Probably like 10 months ago.
This guy screams pedophile.
Known for a while.
He probably doesn't scream it.
No, he
Probably
just
sneaks
like,
up on him.
Yeah,
Okay.
he just, I don't know. That's kind of weird, especially at a comic book place. Like, geez,
Hey,
that's very unusual.
kids like comics.
Not really.
That's true.
Okay, I gotta pull up the voicemail.
Old boys like comics.
Childhood heart.
40-year-old children like comics. Yeah. I want to know, why'd you go out with him?
I just felt bad.
Was he like an interesting guy? Did he look interesting?
No, not like I mean he was a nice enough guy.
Did he have good stories or something?
No, not really. I just felt bad for him. Like he just seemed like I heard his wife had died, and like he was just like a recent like within 2 years, and so.
Did other people know who he was?
People, some of my colleagues, like when I asked about him, they knew of him.
Did
It's
they
making
go out
me,
with him
it's
ever?
making me set up my voicemail. But I was the youngest boy to work there.
How old were you at the time when you said
19.
19.
19.
Oh, that's
So
a
that's
little-
totally legal.
Hey, yeah, sure.
It's kind of creepy. That's weird.
Little kids are just inspiration, but
Yeah.
it keeps it legal.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'm okay with that actually.
I wish we knew that old guy when we were kids. Hey, free party house. That's all I.
That would have been nice to have a place to party, and we
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have thought anything about it.
Yeah.
Let's go to Old Man Jenkinson's house. He's throwing a rager. He's got 2 kegs.
Like zoinks, man. You just sound like Fred from Scooby Doo.
Rest in peace, Casey Kasem.
Shaggy?
Shaggy.
I think
Yeah.
you're thinking Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, not Fred.
No, Dylan sounded like Fred.
Fred.
Yeah.
Said, like,
Old
Mike's
Mr.
man.
Jenkins.
What?
Maybe that's Daphne.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sure it was. Can't even do Fred. He doesn't even have a voice. He's an idiot.
He's like a jock. I don't even know what he is. He's like a
Yeah.
jock, but
He's like the most bland character on Scooby Doo.
he's like a
That's what he is.
hipster jock. I don't even know how that. He's like. Sit and spin.
Boobs, guys?
I'm more
Boobs?
of an ass guy. I don't even care.
Boobs or
Find me a chick that's not a total crazy bitch, and I'm sold.
I'm
There
an
you
ass
go.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think ass, because like ass needs to be like kind of bigger, but
I
like
don't know.
boobs just have to be the right shape.
Find me a chick that's not a crazy bitch, and I'm sold.
T from Jimmy John's was telling me, and I completely agree with this. The right kind of like shape of ass, like usually like defines
Proportions
the-
out the rest of the
Yeah,
body.
yeah. Like
It's
giant
pear.
tits, little fat.
It's the
super
pear.
everybody.
You want that pearness.
Not necessarily. No, not.
Okay, here it
fair.
is.
It's terrible.
No, like just from here.
Here it
down.
is. Here it is.
9:39
Like a muffin top.
p.m. Bucky, I know we went to lunch once. I think you do now. Doing anything interesting? I know you're trying to work with Bishop. It's going real good. That's what Debbie said. So, anyway, I'd like to talk to you. Maybe the lunch you get. Give me a call, man. Sure appreciate talking to you. Bye.
All right.
To replay, press.
That was a very heartfelt message.
What do you guys think?
He could just be-
It wasn't really as creepy as you made it out to be.
Yeah.
But,
No,
I
yeah.
mean, if the guy is throwing ragers 15-year-olds, it's just
The fact that
kind of a sketchy friend
did he
at
just
any
bring
age.
it up? Did he just like what were you guys talking about before that? Like before it was weird?
I most definitely did not broach the subject of 15-year-old BJs, and in fact, I tried to change the subject many times. I tried to keep it as far away from his house parties as possible, but he did keep mentioning it. Like he brought it back to it like 2 or 3 times.
He's like, not 15-year-olds aren't the only ones that can get BJs in my house. I know an 80 or 6-year-old that would love one from some nice, tight 19.
You know what? I would take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
I would take him
That
like let's
old
say
man
he was
would-
attracted to you. Take it as a compliment.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
always
definitely.
take it as a compliment.
I would
when
take it
gay
as a
guys say,
compliment, but
you know.
like I don't want him to tell me of like if he had an interaction with an underage boy.
Did
I do
he,
not.
Did he say that though?
I didn't want him to go into detail, but he knew quite a bit.
Did he seem like he did?
And he wanted to have a.
How do you listen to who talks about this stuff? Like,
He just loves kids.
yeah. What if he's like Mr. Rogers? Which,
Like a fucked
It's
up
like-
Mr. Rogers.
yeah,
But-
like just like because he's like the straightest person on the planet, and he just really wanted to help children. You know.
I don't know.
Children
like,
get wasted at his house.
again, he
Maybe
seems,
Mr.
maybe
Rogers
he
right
speaks
there.
in allegories. Like maybe he's like.
he seems like a nice guy, but at the same time, I'm afraid like he might try to throw me in his basement because there's something weird about the way he looks at me. Like I don't want to think that he's checking me out because like I don't want to be that self-obsessed, but it seems like there's a way he looks at me that's kind of creepy.
Like a
Better,
hungry
you're
hungry
definitely
look.
better safe than sorry.
Yeah, I would say. Does he know where you live?
No.
Can I have his number?
All right, and we'll leave it there, kids. We're off to trivia. We will come back and do a little recap when we're done. See you soon. We are back from trivia, and how did we do, guys?
Terrible.
We got
We got
12
12th
place.
place.
12th place.
Nobody was
We
the
were in
ballpark.
third at the half, though, so it was a close one for a while. A lot of fun, though. We've all partied pretty hard. We're all feeling pretty good right now. But sitting in with us, completely very tired, is my girlfriend, social media coordinator of this podcast,
The one of the group with a girlfriend.
the love of my life, Brittany.
Ladies.
Hi, everyone.
Talk a little louder, no one can hear you.
That was rude.
All right, that is my girlfriend, Brittany. Everyone,
The
Brittany,
first and last segment.
the girl I live with, who caters to my every whim. I love her very much, and she will do a lot for this podcast. She will carry it on her back and get rid of all the really mean hate tweets about me.
Which is why you should follow us on Twitter at New Ren Men.
New Ren Men. Yeah,
New
she
Ren
ran.
Men. That's
she
clever.
ran.
Was the
Thank
new
you,
Renaissance
yeah.
men taken, or do we
It's
just
too
decide
long.
to go out too
New
long?
Ren Men's
Too
really
long.
All right,
clever name.
yeah. So Brittany,
So many letters in that.
say
I
it
think-
again. What's our Twitter handle?
At New Ren Men.
Spell it for them.
Because they don't know.
At NEWRENMEN.
And also email us at New Renaissance Men. Spell Renaissance for us.
RENAISSANCE.
You see, guys.
Damn.
Damn. Dealing with a pro here. It's like, honestly, I think our name is too hard to spell. I think we should.
Got you
yeah,
covered,
New Ren
guys.
Men. There you go.
We're
I think
all right.
if people
Maybe
can't.
we shorten it for
Yeah.
the email
But
address
if
because like
you
people are
look
gonna
up
be mailing like
the
the
New
wrong
Renaissance
person.
Men, that's your official title, but it's just at New Ren Men. So
Yeah.
you got both covered.
Right.
Neato.
I'm just afraid people
All
are gonna
five-
misspell the name.
yeah, all
and
five
then it's gonna
people
get sent to
can
the
find
wrong
it
people. I'm
Got
sorry.
you covered.
So
guys.
while we were at trivia, I thought of a thing. What time would you rather live in? The Old West or medieval times? Start with you, Andy.
Okay, are we going Hollywood portrayal of this or actual?
Actual,
go
but there's a lot of shit
historically
going on.
accurate.
There's a lot of shit going on. Like you're gonna
'Cause,
fight
like,
in a war.
You
historically
live in an
accurate
interesting
times?
time in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but historically accurate times are pretty terrible, actually.
Yeah, in
I
both.
like the movie.
Story.
Yeah,
In
like
both.
turkey, like people eat turkey legs in medieval. They didn't even have turkeys during the medieval.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Not in that time.
Yeah, no, yes, they
Yeah.
did.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Not
that's like
what
a
we
thing,
think
though.
of as turkeys, but they had turkey.
Not the because.
Yeah,
What's
no.
that
well,
from?
I don't think. I think he's right because I think the turkey is native to North America.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying there were large birds across.
Yeah.
But
they
they
had,
weren't.
but it's like corn. Every country has a corn.
Yeah, but
every country has a
starvation was
turkey.
like a big deal in medieval times. I would probably say. I don't know. Someone,
Would you rather have a sword or like prospect?
I would probably be Wild West. If we do, we have our current knowledge.
No,
You've like lived.
So
in
like I
this
could
time.
just go to the gold rush and just go
no,
crazy.
no.
No.
Then I don't know.
You
Probably
would have the highest
probably
level
medieval,
of
I
knowledge
don't
achieved
know.
at
You,
that
you
point
couldn't
in
go to
time.
1800 San Francisco and invent Facebook.
There you go.
I don't know. I think Andy could
I
probably
invent the
handle that.
internet.
the internet. I'd invent that shit. I don't know. I'd probably say medieval times.
We're getting two
what,
bites
would,
a
what, would,
second.
what would you do in medieval times? Like, what would your occupation be?
I don't know. I'd like to make weapons,
Like a
just
blacksmith?
like new weapons that
Like-
they
Or
never
would you
thought
be
of.
like a Da Vinci?
I'd be like
Dude, you would totally be a Da
No,
Vinci.
I'd be like, if you ever
Probably.
seen A Knight's Tale where he goes
But
back
he's
and
already
makes
around.
he makes but we don't have our current knowledge, so like that, I don't know. How.
So
You
are
guys.
you talking about the smith
Maybe like
the
roller-
woman that makes like
the
crazy
rollerblades
light-
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that'd be
Okay.
kind
Oh.
of cool to do.
Yeah.
Because like the Wild West, you're probably gonna not have any fun and go through hell the whole time. I mean, you'll do the same in medieval times, but I don't know.
All right. Well, Damon's still with us, so let's see what Damon would think about.
Don't forget brothels are quite prevalent in
Hey, there was
Wild
prostitutes.
West,
Offended.
but not in
There was
medieval.
prostitutes all
Still
throughout history.
offended. Both. There were in both.
I would do,
Not as much.
You get prostitutes wherever you are.
I think
in
I would
history.
definitely do medieval times. Yeah, I think that my
You'd
body
be a-
is more.
You'd be a knight. Your
Uh,
body's more
dude,
appreciated
yeah.
back
In case
then.
anybody
I
doesn't
just
know,
feel
Damon's
like
like
acclimated. I mean,
6.
like with
Whatever.
guns
You
and
would
Wild
at least be
West.
like guarding the king. Like you're a big guy, you would be in the castle, like protecting.
Well,
the...
that's, I mean, what my point is
David
that,
could be a
like,
knight.
you know what I mean? With the gun, it's like it doesn't really matter how big you are. This way, my size is kind of appreciated back in that kind of time. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I guess I don't really have any other reason.
Actually,
And for all of you
I'm gonna
listening at
switch to
home,
Wild West.
Damon is a tall man. Damon is number 2. These guys are number 1 on my apocalypse team. Number 2 on my apocalypse team. Damon would scare off the scariest of dudes. Like this guy is tall, he's big. There's no getting around this guy. Like
Yeah, I'm
I
switching
want
to Wild
Damon
West.
as my number one.
What? He's
Thank you
slow.
both.
No, I'd switch to Wild West actually.
Slow dick.
no takesy back.
Damon's
No
surprised.
takes
Yeah,
He's
no
back.
takesies backsies, dude.
There's more technology.
You gotta get around the table
All right,
first.
Dylan next.
Wild West.
Wild West. Why?
No question. Man.
Because like honestly, like most technologically advanced, you're like even getting like I don't know like how late we're getting into, but you're getting telegraphs and shit. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Occupation.
Pony Express. I mean, there's all.
You
kinds
could
of
rob
shit.
all
What
sorts
would
of
I
shit,
want to do?
too.
Yeah.
In the Old West, I'd probably be like I want to say like like.
You would totally be like the shop merchant. Like
Exactly. I was gonna say I want to say like badass cowboy, but I would be like the shop merchant. You know, I would just be like selling people.
You'd
all
be
the
that
shit
guy
they
that's
need.
at the bar that like the Hollywood version where
What
they're
are
like
you
getting
buying?
really accosted. You'd be the guy like wiping the glass down.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'd maybe a bartender.
Bartender.
Like yeah, that would be
or
pretty
I
cool.
could see you
I
like.
could
have you
totally
ever
see
watched,
you as a bartender.
Yeah.
Like with a shotgun behind the counter.
But have you ever watched Little House on the Prairie, like the old TV show? Because
No.
I could totally see you being like the shop guy who's like secretly a swindler, like behind the counter. Like,
Yeah,
trying
no,
to-
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd totally be
I
cheating
could see
people
Like
all the
that.
time.
Deadpool, Swearinger.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
you could totally
What is that?
swear. He's like he runs a brothel. Like he runs the town, but he runs it in like a back alley way. Like he pulls the strings, but kind of shady.
Yeah, like he's like if you look at him from a distance, he's a totally upfront guy.
But I'm also a
then,
champion for the people.
Oh,
True.
you know, yeah, he runs for mayor of the town. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
You're totally him. I
This,
see that.
I just realized how irrelevant this question is.
Watch
without
Deadwood,
current
you'll like
knowledge.
it.
You know,
without current
what's
knowledge.
that one guy that's like crazy up in he keeps getting really like this. It's that black dude. He's old. He's got gray hair and shit.
Ernie.
And a mustache.
Ernie.
Denzel Washington. No.
Not just random
Ernie
black
Chamberlain.
dudes. I'm talking about one specific
White hair.
black
I mean,
Will
man.
Smith.
runs
Ernie
the shit.
Chamberlain.
He's super
Ernie
corrupt
Chamberlain.
and like he's like
white,
on
I
drugs and
thought.
shit.
Von Jones.
Oh no, I know
Is that
who you're
right?
talking. No, he's white, dude. I'm pretty sure that
No,
guy's
he's black.
white.
No, the dude.
He was the former czar to.
No,
with
because he got
Obama.
caught. He's like in the. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Is
I'm
that
pretty
him?
sure he's white.
Yeah,
though.
he's like
I
going.
think
He's
so.
like nuts. I don't know.
Yeah, go on, Brittany. I feel like you'd be probably medieval.
See, I want to
I'll-
say medieval just because it would
That
be
would
awesome.
be like so
I feel like
bad.
you'd like to dress up in Wild West clothing.
Okay, so let me go
I don't
here.
know why. I just have a
I
hunch.
would love to live in medieval times just because I find that period more interesting. But as I am the only female sitting at this table, I feel like my chances of having a good life would be slim to nil in medieval times.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I would have to be a queen to be treated well, or I'd be like a fucking servant girl.
True.
So in Wild West, like in Klondike, there's that one woman who owns a lot of land. I feel like my chances would be better in the Wild West
Yeah.
because I could be like a pioneer, etc., etc.
True.
So I think I have to lean towards Wild West, especially, you know, like living in the Midwest and knowing what things were like back then.
I agree. Yeah, I would definitely say Wild West. Like, it would be so cool. Like, I mean, I love the guns from back then. Like, I love the survival-y Western aspect like that. As far as what I would want to do, like, yeah, like I would want to say like a badass cowboy, but no, like I'd probably be like, I'd want to be a sheriff. Like, I think I could be a sheriff
Yeah.
of an old West
I
town.
think you
It'd
could
be
be.
fun.
You're
I don't want to be a
charismatic
sheriff.
enough.
I just want to be like
Or
a
like
part
a-
of the posse. And
Yeah, I feel
Or
like,
like a
you'd
mountain
die. I
man.
don't know.
A mountain man. Mountain man or sheriff is what I'd want to
You
be.
definitely
Is that
got
even
a beard
allowed?
right now.
The mountain men were around in the 1900s.
1800s and 1900s.
But like
yeah.
Daniel Boone was
1890s
considered
to
a mountain man,
19.
and he was in like the late 1700s.
I don't
But yeah,
know.
one of those, like something where I get to use a
18
gun.
like the
I'm
real
pretty gun
like
savvy.
lumber. I guess mountain. I'm thinking more lumberjacks actually. 1890s to 1930s.
But yeah,
Because-
you,
Five.
Like the French beaver trappers were considered mountain men because they were out in the wilderness.
but you
doing
good
nothing.
listeners, email us what you would prefer at New Renaissance Men at gmail.com. That is New Renaissance Men. Spell it again for the good people, Brittany.
NEWRENAISSANCEMEN.
Or-
Spell it
gmail.com.
backwards.
Or tweet us at
New Ren Men.
New Ren Men. Tweet us at New Ren Men. And we'll start a MySpace page too.
No, we will
MySpace.
not.
Is that even a
As the social media coordinator
Is
of this
MySpace?
operation,
I don't know,
I
let's-
am vetoing that.
As the three Renaissance Men, let's take a vote.
I wonder why.
And Damon, you take a vote too. MySpace page?
Fuck no, dude.
No,
I'm glad
I
you
think
were
Matt's
going.
my page might be the worst idea.
This is
you've
why
ever
I
come
love
up
your
with.
friends.
But seriously though,
Is-
I'm the only medieval guy for sure.
I know
I'd
there are a
say
lot of medieval
it's
people
such
out
a
there.
hard
Medieval
thing.
would be interesting. It's just
Exactly, like-
Andy said medieval, and he's
I
sticking to
would
it. No
totally
takesies
go
back.
medieval.
I'll stick
I
with
just think my
medieval,
chances
but-
would be
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
shit.
okay.
But I
Dude,
just,
you would
I
totally
don't
be
know.
the mad inventor though of the
Yeah,
medieval
but
time.
I feel like
you
there-
would invent gunpowder.
I feel
or
like
something.
finding shit would be really difficult. Like just finding like metal seems like it'd be really
Yeah,
hard,
it's-
and
I
like
can
it'd be
see that.
expensive and shit. Like I know
But
there's a
like,
lot of metal
okay,
and stuff.
we're gonna
but-
go back to cinematic experience here. Have you? Oh, this is another girly movie that I'm gonna reference. Ever After?
So Brokeback. Oh,
No, Ever After. Screw you guys.
I like Brokeback.
Ever
Whatever.
After is like supposedly the real tale of Cinderella, and so it's this, you know, like impoverished girl who had a noble woman as a mother, and she ends up falling in love with the prince, etc., etc. There's no actual glass slipper. However, the prince is actually really good friends with Da Vinci, and so he invents all this stuff like
Oh, this
under.
sounds so homosexual. I'm not going to say gay. I'm going to be politically
Okay,
correct
thank
about
you.
this.
Anywho, he invents all this stuff for the kingdom, and so you could invent stuff and be funded by a king or a
I
nobleman
don't
or
know.
some
Da
sort.
Vinci like never finished anything. Seriously, he never like
I don't
finished.
think-
Even
yeah.
the Mona Lisa's not finished.
I think it is.
not.
No, it's not. It took him like
I
15
don't think
years.
he's gonna do any
It
more.
took him
on
like
it, though,
15.
you know?
No, like he never finished the painting, and it took him like 15 years to paint it or something.
Once you die, everything you've ever done is finished.
Touche,
No, it's an
sir, touche.
uncompleted. It's an
I think
uncompleted
that I
work,
have heard
though.
that though.
Yeah.
No, it's an uncompleted work.
Yeah,
you can
I
see
think I've heard
him,
that.
like the background is what
Okay,
he's
so
working on.
so we agreed then.
No, I'm disagreeing with you with what you just said.
You're wrong. It is right.
So are we gonna do 1 true 3?
Did you guys?
But we should maybe reword it somehow.
I don't know.
Like fun, who, greed. I don't know.
Just rhyme. Just rhyme with it.
You said words. Drink.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, people. I'm pretty drunk, so I'm gonna have a hard time keeping my stories straight. I mean, we can, but it's gonna be a struggle.
Right.
Can you maybe explain 1 True 3 to those of us who weren't at the bar tonight?
Oh.
1 True 3 is a game that they play on other podcasts, particularly Tell 'em Steve Dave on Smodcast Network. It is you tell 3 stories, 2 of which are false, 1 of which is true. And then people they ask you questions about each story, and then they try to guess which one is fake and which one is true.
We listened to this as like the contest thing when we were on the way driving.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
I think it was
Interesting,
under the category.
right? What kind of sucks is I think we all know each other
But
very
the problem,
well.
yeah, we do know
Like-
each other very well, so this would be hard. But do you
can't-
guys want to
yeah.
do this now when we're? Oh,
I can think of something. I guess.
I've already got.
Like I
3,
can't say like,
but-
hey, I pulled a gun on a cop or a knife on a cop.
yeah, but we would know that was
Yeah.
true.
Funny story. Does anyone have one?
I guess I could go first.
Can I be like get him Steve Dave and be the moderator?
Oh, you don't want to be Get 'em Steve.
I don't want to
Dave.
be get him
Oh.
Steve Dave, but that's what he did in the contest.
You
I've
need a
heard when
hammer
this was
so
done.
that way when anyone mentions politics, you can get them and beat the shit out of them.
I would, yeah, I would be so bloody at the end.
I know
I
you
have a
would be.
problem.
You do.
Okay.
I don't
You
watch
check
Fox
your-
News though, do I? Do I?
If you're at your parents' house.
That's the only time.
It's like the after hours.
I love
edition.
Bill. Okay, like this isn't politics, but like I like Bill O'Reilly just because if someone's like beating him in a conversation or like in a whatever like in an interview or something, or like is pissing him off, he's just like cut their mic, cut him off, and then he cuts their mic and just,
Honestly,
like,
I hate
I love
Bill
it.
O'Reilly.
No, I just like that he does that.
Whatever.
I like that.
I
journalist.
think Bill O'Reilly is
I
probably like
really
a
hate that.
genius.
You think
Um,
so?
Yeah.
He's smart. Like that's
He's
like
like-
people that say
he's-
like the president's stupid.
He thinks
He's
that.
made a character that's just so good. He's
but he
not
doesn't think that
person. He can't
Obama.
be.
He doesn't
He's too
think that
extreme.
Obama is
Like,
That's
born
like-
in
that's like-
America.
like,
though.
does he
She
really?
literally blunk like this.
I saw. Yeah. For those for
Blunk
kids,
one eye at a time.
kids listening at home, Dylan just blinked like a lizard, one eye at a time.
Did he like
He
fork
licked-
his tongue
yeah, he
out
licked
at the
his
same
eye.
time?
He licked his eye, yeah. With his removable eyelids. Yeah, okay.
But I think he's just a character. I don't think he's
Like-
a real
like
person.
He's
Stephen-
hard. No,
like
he's,
Colbert?
He's conservative. Like he's
Like
hardcore.
Colbert?
Colbert is a character. Like, oh.
Well, yeah, but that'd be funny if that was O'Reilly and it's just like
He's
this
gonna
huge
be.
thing.
He's gonna be the new host of the fucking.
That'll be good.
The
Yeah,
Late
the-
Show.
I wonder if he's gonna keep his persona.
That'll be good because I'm hoping he'll be less political. Like
He's gonna be
seriously,
in
I
the
think
Late
he's
Show.
hilarious, but like, I don't know.
Right? The
I
Late
hate-
Show, right? Like it's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
David
get it.
Letterman, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is kind of crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
Dude,
Who's
Letterman
gonna
doesn't
have-
even care anymore. Like, he had Martha Stewart on there, and she made him something, and
Honestly-
he just, like, poured a whole thing of vodka in it and drank.
Honestly, I
He got
love.
drunk,
I love
yeah.
Fallon. Fallon's awesome.
I never really
honestly
watched
have
Fallon,
never seen
honestly.
Fallon.
I put mine
I always intended to
Okay.
watch it, but I mean, I don't know what it is. Something just like I just never really got around to it.
Yeah, I mean he's funny.
Fallon looks like he's taking it back to like the Johnny Carson era of.
Actually, yeah,
Kind of.
that's what I
Tonight
got
Show.
out of it.
But it's funny. Like I mean, it's regularly funny.
What?
I mean, I don't have TV to begin with, but you know.
What
Yeah.
I find amazing is how they keep their material fresh, funny, and like just good. Who's the other main guy?
Yeah, well,
Not the I don't know if he's gay. He's British for sure.
Oh, Craig
Craig
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
He's
Craig
not gay.
Ferguson.
he's not British.
Is that like a persona? He always
Scottish.
seems really kind of
Scottish.
gay.
I'm
He's
not
not gay.
British.
He's
I'm
not gay.
Scottish.
No, no. Who's the other guy? He like repels.
Repels.
on his thing.
Bear Grylls.
Not no, like
He does
his
repel.
opening thing, he repels down like on a. That's all I
Conan?
can remember. No, it's not Conan. He's
No,
a ginger.
not
I would have just
Conan.
said the ginger.
Ah.
Charlie Rose.
No, the other guy, man. There's like
Jimmy
four
Kimmel.
Jimmy
For those
Kimmel.
of you
Thank
who
you.
know what
Kimmel.
Charlie
Oh,
Rose.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what
No,
the
I know.
fuck you are
She's
talking
talking
about
about
with
the
the
opening
repelling.
Jimmy,
sequence.
no, Jimmy
Yeah.
Kimmel is surprisingly funny.
I
he uses a lot of
kinda
internet
like
stuff,
Jimmy
I
Kimmel.
think.
I like Letterman the best, but Jimmy Kimmel's not bad.
Yeah,
He's on a half hour earlier, so you can just
Yeah,
watch a
like,
half hour
that's
of his
another
show
thing.
and then turn it over when something better's on.
I can't sleep.
By the way, guys,
Or I
I
can't. Yeah.
to our issue 1, I thought of the connection between Patrick Stewart and Gopher Godfrey.
Oh, did you?
I did. Way too drunk to recite it right now.
Well,
though.
thanks, Michael.
I'm glad you thought of it.
That was a great teaser.
Hey guys, I just found out what like
It's
the,
like-
the
it's like,
meaning of the
stay tuned for
universe is,
episode
but
3
I
so you
I
can
just can't
find
remember
out
because
what
I'm
it is.
We're on episode 4.
We're on 4.
We're on 4.
Why are you counting this as 3? This is like
Well,
2.5.
We record 2 a week, and I probably want to record another one before Friday. So.
Sorry, recording by
Okay, we
Skype.
should move on. We're rambling.
We should.
Topics. Do you guys have any topics? I've been hogging all the topics.
I can think of one.
I guess we could talk about the questions. that were
Well,
there.
Andy, we
People-
talked about you can make guitars. Do you want to talk about what kind of guitar you're making right now?
I am actually. It's not interesting by any means. I've like literally screwed this up 4 times already, but it's cheap. A Pinecaster Telecaster. I think 53 vintage reissue. So look forward to that. No one
Now-
will ever see it.
Now, if anyone wanted to order one of those from you, how much would you want from them?
I'd charge like $500.
$500, people. Hit Andy up. Hit Andy up at newrenaissancemen.com.
Which is actually not a bad price.
Or
at gmail.com?
At gmail.
new renaissancemen at gmail.com.
Or tweet us at newrenmen. Tweet Andy that
What's a
you
custom paint job running,
Andy, what kind of guitar?
A
what kind of
custom
guitar are they
paint
gonna
job? It
Yeah.
depends. Like how in depth are we talking? We talking
Yeah.
like gold leaf, the whole shebang.
Andy can do it all. I mean, really, he's
That's like
he's
it
a-
depends. That's like $200
get?
I
Andy
would-
should
does
get some-
professional work. Like,
Andy, would you mind putting some of your guitar pictures up on the?
Yeah, I can do it.
yeah, we'll start a
Twitter?
website. We'll start a
Show
website.
you some of Andy's work. It's
Can we
pretty great.
can we start a website?
newrenmen.com or like newrenmen.wix.
Yeah, we'll each
or
chip in like
share
$5
space.
and buy a website.
And
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking maybe we make like the Green Goblin's pumpkin thingy.
Yeah.
Because I think
Pumpkin
that'd
box?
be cool. Yeah, and then
do you guys
give it
want
away
to do that
someone
though? Do you guys want to start a website? Like,
Discussion
yeah.
off air. We can make this happen.
if you guys want.
Another thing is, I was considering, would you guys like to break the world record for longest spinning top?
Yeah, Andy has an idea for breaking a world record. Do you want to go into it?
Yeah, apparently non-mechanical. I'm not sure if that means you can't use mechanics to. God, why are you blinking like that?
Dylan's secretly an
I'm,
Yeah.
amphibian.
I'm like a lizard man.
Yeah, anyways,
I'm one of the reptile
Mixed
people.
mix.
You know,
Yeah,
the
so
conspiracy theorists were right.
longest spinning
no.
top, 7 hours 1 minute. I think we can do it.
Water.
I think it'd be interesting to do.
It would certainly be interesting to
Water
try,
with
but
the mixy stuff in it.
what's the technicalities on it?
How
You know
long
what I
was
mean?
it?
7 hours 1 minute, non-mechanical.
No, I
Constant.
saw one. I swear there was one that went longer than that.
No,
It went the
That's
whole
the
time
world
I was
record.
at science camp. I mean, like shit.
that's the record. Hand spun. It's a wooden top by the
Oh,
guy who
does
has
it have to be a certain top?
no.
It just
I
can't
don't
be
think so.
mechanical,
You have to
know,
build
it's-
it?
They say it has to be mechanical, and I'm not
No,
sure.
it cannot be mechanical.
Well, they have 2 separate categories. One's mechanical, and they have tops that actually have this like mechanism that spins it, and it's usually a toy. I think it's 24. It's over 24 hours. So before I think the battery died. I'm not sure why. Because then there's also like you can actually spin a top if you have like a plate and the top's shaped a certain way. You can spin it like forever. So I'm wondering what the rules are. Because my thought was make a perfectly balanced top, make it heavy. Get a router, put like, just have it like that. Okay, get a router, put a piece of plastic over it, put 2 magnets on the neodymium magnets, spin the router, which is, I think, 30,000 RPM. A good router is about 30,000. Spin it, the top will go, like faster than you could probably spin it.
Yeah.
Okay, do it on a glass surface, pull it up, put a vacuum over top of it. A glass thing with a vacuum so there's no air resistance. And I think you could very easily, with the well-weighted top, get over 7 hours. But I'm wondering if the router would make that a mechanical.
Definitely.
Could you put weights in there somehow?
It should be really heavy.
Well, there's a thing.
Kinda.
There's a thing. The taller the top is, it's like, the more balanced it is, or something like that. Like, or maybe it's the fatter it is, the more.
The fatter it is, it
The
should
fatter,
be
no,
more
the fatter it
balanced.
is, the more balanced it is. But something about the taller it is, you get more leverage or something like that to spin. I forget how it goes.
Well, yeah. Something that's more narrow should spin faster because
Yeah.
it doesn't have as long. If you think about it, like a point on the edge of it, is how many times it has to like spin around. It's like spinning faster because it's going around more.
Yeah, because like I know the heavier it is, like if you go
The
Newton's
point on the
laws.
outside is actually traveling a shorter distance.
Yeah,
than
like
if
if
it
you go
was-
Newton's laws, the heavier it is, the more inertia I believe it should have, so it should spin longer.
Okay.
So yeah, if you have any science people, please help us.
Absolutely. Email us at newrenaissancemen@gmail.com
But, yeah.
or tweet us at newrenmen. But guys, okay, zombie apocalypse.
Oh god,
All right, we're talking.
Everybody's got an opinion on it.
we should say what like how we think it would be possible.
We should. But here we go. I got.
So first we
gotta
define
think real quick.
define the
That's
zombies.
Walking
Yes.
Dead.
Walking Dead style zombies.
Walking Dead
How-
graphic novel.
How were they? How
TV
were they
series.
infected? Did they ever say?
Haven't really gone into it yet. As far as I've read to issue 13 in the graphic novel series.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not that far.
Anyway, 2 weapons: melee, ranged weapon. Okay. Special guest.
2 apiece.
You get two. You get 2 to pick 2.
Headshot
2 to
kills,
pick
right?
from. Try to pick separate answers, guys.
So okay, so 2 melee weapons.
No,
two-
one melee
Okay.
weapon, 1 ranged weapon. Special guest Damon Byrne. Go.
I guess just probably like a machete. I mean, I feel like that has quite a wide range of uses. Obviously, I feel like it'd probably cut into a zombie pretty well. Also, get rid of some brush. I'm sure you'll be in a forest-ish kind of area, and then a single fire capable assault rifle. There's a lot out there that also kind of do.
Do you want to get
3
specific?
round bursts, but like the M16A2. I think A2 does single fire and 3 round bursts, but all I'm concerned about is the single fire because it's kind of, I mean, it's ammo conservative and also pretty accurate.
Absolutely.
Go, Dylan.
Dylan.
Unless I can go.
See, I was thinking about this, and I was thinking a lever action, but I think I would go AR-15
Sure.
because like you gotta think about like long term, like replacement parts for an AR-15 are gonna be a lot easier to find than anything else.
Absolutely.
See, that's what I'm
There's
thinking.
so many AR-15s
Yeah.
that you could find a new AR-15 easily, or
See,
get.
what
replacement
would be your hand weapon? I'm guessing you'd say hatchet or something. No, I know what yours is. Yours is you've said it before. Chainsaw.
You gotta go Half-Life on those zombies
Crowbar?
and get a crowbar.
There it is.
Crowbar.
Crowbar.
Nice.
Good one.
Yep. Max Brooks, I believe, said that was the best melee
you're
weapon
thinking
besides a katana.
You're thinking
it's
Mel
really,
Brooks.
It's really
Mel Brooks. Is
It's
the
great.
Jewish guy.
See,
It's
like,
his son. Max Brooks is Mel Brooks'
No
son.
way.
I swear to God.
Wow.
Yep. Max Brooks is Mel Brooks' son.
Really?
Wow,
Yep.
I love this. I learned something new right now.
that's pretty cool.
Sit down. Hey, you're next.
I had to track the cat down.
Okay, Brittany.
2 weapons.
Walking
what's the
Dead.
question?
Walking Dead. Zombie apocalypse. You get 1 melee weapon, 1 ranged weapon. You can't say AR-15. You can't say machete. You can't say
Crowbar.
Crowbar. And what was your
M16.
and
Alpha 2.
M16A2?
So, can you give me like multiple choice?
Well, what melee weapon would you want? Like, what do you want to hit them with?
If they were within like 5 feet of
Challenge.
you.
Stabby
Spade.
knifey thing. It's like a Bowie.
Okay, so she wants a pitchfork.
Okay, so you
Bowie.
want you want a Bowie knife?
That's pretty badass.
Okay.
A Bowie
Um,
would be kind of cool.
Oh, and I know what ranged weapon you want.
Maybe a hammer.
Huh.
My girlfriend is a archery enthusiast.
You
I am. Actually.
bastard! You took mine. I would
Dude,
definitely want a bow.
I want a freaking.
So what kind of bow? What kind of bow?
Get crossbow.
Compound.
Ah, you
I want a
steal
compound,
everything.
but not like a super compound, but like the one that's between a
A 90-pound draw. You.
I can't do a 90
Just-
pound
I'm
draw.
just
I can do
joking.
like 40 and be okay.
Yeah. No.
Like a
Not
40
bad.
pound
Zombies,
draw,
they're
not
probably
like.
So a Bowie and a mid-range deer compound bow, let's say.
Yeah. Let's
I
go
would
with that.
say a longbow and a katana, like a samurai.
like
sword.
like
Nice.
a recurve bow.
Just like one that if it broke, I could make another one of like some yew or something.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
see,
I'm
I think
thinking,
recurves
I'm
are
thinking-
so
Or
cool. I
willow.
just can't
see,
draw.
yeah,
'em.
I'm just thinking like, or mulberry, I think so too. But no, I'm thinking you'd run out of bullets really quickly.
Yep.
And
You could.
bows
And where would you find
and
them once
Bowie
you're
knives
out?
would be so silent, like you could sneak
Yeah.
up on people without.
And then you
anything
shoot, and
happening.
you got like all these zombies coming to you.
But yeah, and
Daryl.
also if you run out of
Daryl.
ammo, you can make arrows, right?
Yeah. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for mine, so since I can't choose what you guys chose, I'm gonna get a little creative on this one. Well, not really for range. I'd go an AK-47.
A fucking bazooka. Why did no one say this?
That's not bad.
An AK-47. I mean, they're inaccurate as shit, but I mean, I can
No.
drag it through the mud.
No, don't believe Call of Duty.
AK-47s are
They're
bad,
very
They
accurate.
right?
really are.
It-
They
it's
can
a
be
fact,
used-
though.
Honestly,
Sniper rifle is.
honestly, if you shoot most rifles in a single shot, like if you shoot them as like a single shot rifle, they're accurate.
I've handled an AK-47, and it's not the way I like it.
Yeah,
They
they're
win,
heavy.
they win
Yeah.
wars.
Very heavy.
But yeah, definitely an AK-47 just because I could bring it through the shit and never have to clean it once. And for range, I would go a Samurai's Naginta.
An Agenta.
An
I'm not
Agenta.
sure what that is.
It's the smaller sword, right?
Nope, it's the it's a quarterstaff with a.
Oh yeah, it's got like the thing on the end with the red thing.
with
Yeah.
the with like the machete type of deal at the
Yeah.
end, but it's a katana sharpness.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
Isn't
like
Yeah.
Isn't that a Naginata?
an Naginta.
I think the Naginata is the spear point. I am not
not
for
sure.
sure though.
I
Can you look
feel
up
like
a
that was
picture
just the name one.
on Google
It's like
Magenta for
Soul Calibur 2. They got Sumina.
But yeah, it's like a quarterstaff with like an extra 2 feet. of
Okay, so
blade.
how about this?
Yeah.
Let's say there was a classic zombie outbreak. So like they bite you. It is purely God eyes, man. No, it is purely on
It's
purpose
starting.
Yeah, jeez, no.
I'm gonna change.
Oh god, no. So like it's classic. Like someone's infected like by a monkey, whatever 21, whatever that was, you know.
Oh,
So
yeah.
someone's infected that way. You have to get bit by them. They're slow, so they're not fast. And it's not infected by air, like water. It's infected by a bite, or maybe blood. What's the odds you think that it would actually spread to a worldwide catastrophe like a pandemic, or I don't know if pandemic's the term, like a full
pandemic, yeah.
blood
Sure.
like bludged or bled whatever, full fledged
Yeah, pandemic would be a good.
a full fledged zombie outbreak like in the movies.
I think it could because no one would want to stay zombies. You know?
I give it a
Uh,
0% chance.
I don't think it would work.
Yeah,
I really don't think that it would happen.
everyone's prepared for it.
I mean, and even if you're not prepared, you know what's
Oh,
going to
that's
happen.
different.
Yeah.
You know what I
What's
mean?
a
You know how to
Naginata?
kill- I mean, the thing that we haven't really
Headshots and everything. It's
Well,
as classic
but you
as
see what I
anything.
mean? Like
Well,
it
I
has
mean,
the
yeah,
extra.
but the
It's
thing
a
that we
little
haven't
different. It's like a
really
sword on
considered
the
is
end,
that's
basically.
a way to kill a zombie.
The thing
But
I'm
like,
thinking of is more like
pinky
a
toe, you know
thicker.
what I'm saying? As long as it's not something
You can use it as a
ridiculous.
spear if you need to.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's
we're
the thing,
probably
is
set.
that-
Yeah.
you can
Okay,
use
now
it.
how about this? So how do you think the zombie outbreak would have to happen for it to be a worldwide pandemic? I'm thinking spread through the air or water.
If
So,
it
like,
was,
it's
if it was
airborne.
air or water, that would just be game over.
Yeah. Okay. So.
But
if
think
it's
about
like
it. You
a
have to wear
tempor-
gas masks everywhere, or it's like another thing I was thinking is no headshots. Maybe it's like a parasite in you. I think the what's
A
Resident Evil?
parasite would be
The
interesting.
virus.
Well, it's like the
Like
the
Resident
not
Evil
the
4.
plaga. Is it the plaga
Yeah,
that have
4
that
is
thing
the
in them?
plaga.
So even if you shoot them in the head, they still have the thing in
Yeah, they
them.
could still sprout. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if it's airborne, yeah, it depends on if, like Dylan said, if it's constant or if it's like, I know people hate this freaking game, but Resident Evil 6, where it's just kind of like temporary, and then after it goes away, everybody's fine, unless you get bitten. So I guess I'm asking you,
Is
Andy, is it temporary or
That's
is
a
it
Naginata?
permanent?
It would have to be.
Oh, so we're talking about the same thing.
Alright.
Permanent
It's a
air
different
and
name.
water?
Alright. Cool.
One,
And-
or,
I mean,
one or
and
the
or-
other. I don't know how an air would work personally. Like
Well, you
it
know,
just
you can-
doesn't
you can
because
create pathogens
zombies
like
don't
Alright,
make
that's
sense.
official.
But
Naginata and
I mean,
Oh,
we're
and,
already
and we
Naginata.
got a thing on the Naginata.
Naginatas and Nagintas are the same
Are
thing.
the exact same
Wow.
thing. They
How
When you
both
pull it
this-
up on Wikipedia,
I'll give you guys
the gallery
props.
and the image are exactly the
I'll
same
give you
thing.
guys props.
Yeah,
You
so
know
we
your
both
you
knew
know
our
your
Japanese
Japanese
weapons.
weapons.
Every name for it.
Now let's talk about Japanese.
So for those of
woodworking
you who
tools.
don't think we're very smart here
kana.
at the New Renaissance Men,
Yeah, there
Boom.
you go. Yeah, we were right about something in different ways, which is beautiful.
which is gonna be the wasn't that gonna be the title of our podcast? Or we
Yeah,
agree
it
for
wasn't-
different reasons. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
we
the
agree for different
alternate
reasons.
alternate name to our
Yeah.
Little
30 more
subtitle
minutes.
right there.
Us and you can go back. Just us, and then you can go back.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll be coming to a close here in about 30 minutes. Brittany has to get to bed, and then we'll have to call it an evening for tonight.
Because I have a big girl job that starts at 7:30 in the morning.
Mine.
Oh my gosh.
Mine starts at
I have to
7.
work at 7.
Yeah, see, don't
And
I have a
seven.
big boy job too.
And
Do
I
you
get
wanna-
off at 5. I fold pennies.
Do you want to join
That's
us for
my
the last
job.
30 minutes, or are you going to bed?
I'm gonna stay as long as this cup of coffee lasts.
Brittany will
That gives
stay
us about 10 minutes.
as long as her cup of coffee lasts.
It's very
Um,
hot though.
There's
So-
nothing even in there.
Touch.
So I've been kind of hogging
I know.
categories here. Do you guys have any topics you would like to bring up?
I'll tell you what's an easy discussion. Some of them trivia questions can be a pain in the
Yeah.
freaking ass.
Oh hell
But
yes.
that's if they knew the question. Anyways, I'm thinking people that are famous, but you're not sure how and why. Like
Shia LaBeouf,
Shia LaBeouf, Holes,
Even Stevens,
Holes. Gene Simmons. I understand
Kiss.
Kiss, but like
Kim
that
Kardashian.
wasn't
Yeah,
that,
there's like
you know.
worse people. Yeah.
She was
Yeah,
like a
okay.
makeup artist.
Yeah,
for
like
someone
Kim
famous,
Kardashian.
wasn't
How is
the
she
whole
famous?
Kardashian
Paris
family.
Hilton. I understand her dad owns like the Hiltons and shit, but like how is she famous? She's not even like hot or anything. She got, like,
Nicole
If her-
Richie.
Like her dad,
Yeah.
or like Bruce Jenner
Her
dad.
dad, you guys, does everybody know that Nicole's Richie dad is Lionel Richie?
Is it
She's
really?
adopted.
Yes.
Would you?
Oh my
believe-
god. I
Would
didn't know
you
that.
believe me if I told you I didn't know one Lionel Richie song?
I don't know. I don't know when you
Right.
I would
Probably.
be ashamed of you.
I don't.
Of the two of us, I'm the 80s music buff though, so.
True. Of all the useless skills, Brittany has them all.
That's probably
Quick, quick, guys! Quick, Andy, the piano!
Let's see who's gonna starve for the next few days.
I don't know how to make coffee.
Did we
come
all
back to
talk
Michael
about
Lee.
the time when Michael tried to make himself coffee and forgot to put water in the coffee pot? That was my favorite.
I thought it was.
It's
No,
taking
he called me
forever.
at work. He's like, "How do you make coffee?" I was like, "You put coffee and stuff in there." And he calls me 20 minutes later. He's like, "It smells like it's burning. There's nothing coming out of it."
That isn't a true story.
Yes, it is. You forgot to put water in the coffee pot.
I don't believe that. Okay, I'll say it is, but
It is. I promise you. I have everyone at work to vouch because I ran around and told them.
okay. So what happened?
So do you have your one true free?
Ooh, fuck. Can we do this on our episode 4, maybe? Like tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like when we're a little more sober and we have time to kind of gather our thoughts? We're kind of
Okay.
going off the spur of our panties right now.
I got super prepped for this, the whole trivia thing.
Well, then let's...
Better
Let's
be
talk about the
around.
trivia
Okay,
with
no.
Damon because
So we'll-
I can go with
We
this.
won't let the people down. We'll let our special guest,
No,
Mr.
I was-
DeBurn, go on his 1, 2, 3.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, come
No.
on, our
Okay,
special
good.
guest.
Let's
Alright,
talk about the trivia.
No,
Dude.
no,
No,
well, we
let's
will
talk
after.
about-
We will afterwards. but
Trivia was very, very
Damon,
lackluster.
our
It
special
was
guest, Mr.
disappointing.
DeBurn, prepared for 1, 2, 3. So we'll hear him out.
Alrighty. I slept with my sister. I had surgery on my testicle, and I had my car flipped over and ran over a dog.
At the same time?
Okay,
The
so
flip managed to.
You mean like
Dog.
sexually
So now-
penetrated your sister?
so now
I know
we
that
have-
he slept with his sister.
wait, are we
I
talking?
know. Okay.
Wait, are we talking
Great for
sexually?
that.
Are we talking sexually sleep with your sister?
I was inside of my sister. Yes.
Not biological.
No biological.
I'm gonna say that is false, and I'm gonna
It's
say
true.
I do not believe that. I'm gonna say that is false, and I'm gonna say you. What was the other one?
The dog, the slippy car dog.
What was the other one though?
I can't remember,
had
but I was
surgery on my
thinking,
testicle.
yeah, that one. I think
Okay,
that
so-
was
I think that's the true one.
So
I do
Dylan,
too. I'm
Dylan
with
thinks
Andy.
he already knows this one. Dylan knowing
Definitely.
Damon for the longest time. Andy and I
You
not
can
so
see it in
much,
his
but
eyes.
Andy and I are gonna ask questions to try to get
I
to the
think
bottom
I
of
already
this.
know. I already know it's that one. It's got
I'm with
Eh,
Andy,
which
and
one?
this is the second time I've
the
met Damon.
surgery on his testes.
Okay, which sister?
Destiny.
Destiny. How old is she? How old were you?
21.
How old was
20.
And you guys didn't know you were.
No, we knew.
You knew. What happened?
I just slept with her. I don't know. I guess it wasn't exactly like romantic, a mood like candlelit dinner or anything like
You guys
that.
were. You guys just felt like.
I was aroused and intoxicated.
And I'm guessing she was as well.
She was sober.
She was sober.
I mean, so I guess technically rape. Right? You're not supposed to sleep with somebody that's drunk if you're sober, right?
This is heavy.
So.
If it's true, it's heavy. If it's not, it's kind of creepy.
Well, wait. Was Damon the one that was raped here?
I don't know.
I was drunk.
You
and
were
she
drunk.
Was sober.
She was sober, so
Yeah.
she knew what she was. She was.
You
in it.
recollect this. This is your fault.
So if anyone had
Fucked up.
if anyone had
true,
a
I'm
finger,
gonna stop being friends with Damon.
if anyone had a finger to blame here, it was her.
It was the sister.
Well,
I'm
Because
all
she
for the
was
sister
she was
being
sober
the
and you were
problem.
intoxicated.
Okay. Well, what?
I've been pretty.
I still
drunk.
vote for number 2.
Okay, but we'll move on to you flipped a car and you killed a dog while you did it.
That was number 3.
That was okay. We'll go number
I
3.
don't think that happened.
What car was it?
It was a Chevrolet Cavalier. You could see the big old dent in the back left door.
But you still drive the car?
Yeah, it's still drivable.
No damn but there's no problems ever since it getting flipped over.
Well, there's been problems since, but I mean there wasn't really any problems.
What kind of dog was it?
It was a Pomeranian. Nice old lady walking in.
It was okay,
Smile
where
on
Andy.
where was this old lady?
Oh, where was he?
She was, she was you know the
Where?
park right next to the
He was
the,
where?
the Carnelian Apartments.
I'm putting my hands over my mouth because Damon was doing that. It's a total tell. You can tell. That's
You know the
a
park
lie.
right next. You know the park.
It
right
doesn't
next
matter.
to the
No, I
Carnelian
don't know it.
Apartments.
Sure.
I know the imaginary park lie.
Yeah,
Okay. And what was the second one?
Your liar park.
but I had surgery on my testicle
Okay. What was the surgery for?
because I had a twisted testicle.
Testicular torching.
Did
Back to Saul.
Did it hurt? Did it hurt really bad?
I was put to sleep.
Did it hurt really bad after? Was the aftermath painful?
How did you twist your
Was it
testicle?
swollen?
Extreme fatty.
I'm sure having your testicle not twisted probably feels a little bit better than having a twisted testicle.
I was 6 and don't know how it happened.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna officially say number 1 just because. Wow.
What a story. The
That
fact that you
God.
can say those kind of things about your sister.
I like to think I have a pretty dark sense of humor and I think of a lot of things, but I had never thought of something like that before. That was a little real, so I'm gonna go number 1. Andy?
It was pretty.
Number 2. I know Damon very well.
I think number 1 was some of the most hardcore shit I've heard in a while.
Yeah, okay, and
And-
Brittany.
I think it was
He was
2 though.
smoking.
Oh,
I'm
think
still
it was
with Andy.
2.
I've said number 2 from the get-go.
all right, but Dylan, you were saying about number 1.
It was definitely testicular torching.
So you think it's number 2?
Yes.
Dylan has jumped aboard the gravy train.
No, I believed it the whole time. But number 1 was just that was a hardcore story.
This is a hardcore story, and I'm just gonna
Yeah.
follow it through.
Okay,
if,
so-
if nothing
So,
else,
So, Damon,
I couldn't say
Damon,
those kind
tell
of
us
things about
which
my
one.
sister.
Which one was the true
Couldn't
one?
do it.
That's the drum roll.
It's number 2.
Twisted
Oh,
testicle.
twisted testicle.
What's up?
Wow, I'm not too afraid to admit I'm wrong. I'm happy to say I'm wrong.
Agreed.
Oh, oh my God,
I-
guys,
I
we're
got
gonna have a
one.
podcast if number 1 happened. Because holy shit,
They're like,
Okay.
this guy slept with his sister.
you got the
It's the most
intensity in
intense thing.
Damon's eyes when he told the story. Like it was. I'm not afraid to say I was hypnotized by it.
Okay, I got one that I think will really throw you guys on a loop.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're ready to go? You don't want
Yeah.
to go next episode? You're ready to go right now?
I'll get another one for next episode.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I had to eat, instead of like cereal, I used dog food with milk instead of actual cereal?
That one.
Well, that was fast. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is I accidentally killed someone. And number 3... I don't know if I want to say number 3.
We go number 3.
Let me think what it was. It's not the fake one. It's definitely not the fake one. Oh, I accidentally stole someone's car.
That one's
They're
so
all
vague.
true.
That's see. I think Andy would accidentally steal somebody's car. There's some way you would do that somehow.
I was gonna say that last one is so vague.
Accidentally stole someone's car.
Didn't you say that multiple people in your family had eaten dog food? Or was that you?
That was me.
I was gonna. That's messed
Preemptive
up.
guess, though. I'm going to go with number 3.
I'm gonna say you ate dog food.
Because you're
Jesus, Michael. Go
I
on, going.
really think you would have eaten dog food.
Like,
And
knowing
kinda
Andy,
like- kinda
knowing
feel
Andy,
like-
it's not
Like
far
in a
off.
bad way.
Speaking of,
Andy,
Honestly, be honest. Aren't like 1 and 3 both true? You've eaten dog food once.
I'm not. You gotta
never
ask or
tasted
whatever.
So
Don't
it's,
you
so
have
it's
to?
the, maybe he has, but it's the
Don't you guys
context.
have
It
to
was-
like ask questions?
I
It was
think-
instead of cereal, he put
I know, but it's
dog
so
food in
obvious.
with milk. Right? Dog food in with
Right.
milk instead
Yes.
of cereal? Okay. So
Yes, like
I don't feel that.
I don't think he ever put milk with it, but I'm pretty sure he's
I'm
eaten
sure
dog
I've eaten dog food before. I mean,
like
Everybody's tried it.
curious. I
no,
was
like
that's-
you know, like peanut butter crunch, but dog food.
I still say
So
sure.
no one wants to question any of them.
I could totally see you doing that just because what the hell? What the hell?
Do you know who it was that you killed?
I do not. It's an old guy.
How'd you kill him?
He was having a heart attack, and I accidentally
Shit
put
in
him
his
up.
mouth?
No, I put him up, and he choked on his own spit up or whatever, and actually suffocated to death.
Where?
Food Plus. In the parking lot.
Did you flee the scene or did you call an ambulance?
No, the ambulance was there, and I got a hell of a lot of questioning. Apparently, it's not a good thing to kill someone accidentally.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yes.
Dylan?
No one wants to know about the car.
What kind of dog food was with the milk?
Puppy chow. I don't know what dog food it was.
What about your car?
I was coming back from a movie in Omaha, and I just accidentally got in the wrong car. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
was in there, and
it
I assumed
happens.
it was mine. Well, it was the green Honda Accord, so.
Yeah, you assume that happened.
Was that the car that caught on fire in the school parking lot?
No, that's the car I crashed into some old lady on New Year's Eve.
Huh.
The Mercury was the one that caught on fire.
Phenomenal story.
Yes. So which one do you
Were we
guys
right
think
on
it is?
Did somebody else have?
Were we right on that one earlier? Mercury.
No.
Yes.
I was
So
all
you didn't-
alone.
You didn't give it to Omelet or
I was all alone. No, it was before that. I was all alone, and I was a kid until I had to eat.
Why'd you have dog food when you didn't have Keeper or Omelet?
Because Sheila, my dad's dog.
All right. Dylan, do you have any questions?
Well, I just asked the question.
Well, any
It's
more?
my turn. Oh.
Brittany?
I got a good idea.
I think it's number 1.
3.
You can ask
Mr.
questions.
Byrne?
I'm gonna ask a question, but I'm trying to find the wording. How irate was the person that you accidentally, of the car that you accidentally stole?
Oh, I didn't, I never met him. I just parked it and then
Just parked
walked
it
back.
back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't park in the same spot. I parked it, like, a little bit.
So now
I really questioned your day.
You know, they probably wouldn't know.
They left their keys in their car.
Well, I thought it was mine. Who
So
has a
what-
single key?
what made you realize that it
You
wasn't your car?
apparently.
Because it wasn't my car. Like, I was driving it and I was like, what the fuck?
Give me details. Interior was different. I mean, it just sounded.
Well, I had a
The
cloth
dashboard
interior and that
lights
had
were
a cloth.
different?
No, it was like exactly the same. It's just you ever notice like you ever see a car that's exactly yours and you accidentally like get in it?
The seat arrangement.
You never
was
had that
different.
happen?
You
No.
just
I-
really
no,
tied up. And
honestly,
you're really
It
big.
smelled different. Everything about it was
That's happened to me.
different.
Typically,
Yeah.
they're locked when that
Like,
happens.
well,
It
like
just
you
happened
ever
to
get
me
in
too,
it?
but-
Like you ever get in it? It's like because I didn't have anything on the ground or anything. I never had anything up, like dongles or whatever.
Dongle.
You know, whatever. you call 'em.
What?
You know, whatever, like pine tree things, and I just got in it, drove off, and I was like, holy fuck, this is my car.
How old were you when it happened?
Like 17 or 18. So it was like right out of high school.
Okay, I'm ready to hear it.
What's your
I
guess,
still,
Damon?
I still. I'll be the odd man out. I'll guess number 2.
So it was dog food and
Dog
killed a
food,
person
I killed a
and
guy,
car.
or I stole a car.
I have to go with dog food just because of my family history. Go ahead.
Dun 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 dun! I accidentally killed a guy.
No.
Yes.
You no.
Yes. True story.
Damon's
Andy,
so
I don't
happy
know
that
if
you
we can
actually
friends
killed him.
anymore.
What? There's no
What
way.
happened?
Yeah, no, the guy was having like a heart attack, and I went over there and I was like, holy fuck, this guy's like dying. So I went and they were like, should we leave him up? Should we do whatever? And I was like, I think you leave him up. Yeah, we gotta leave him up. And they're like, no, we gotta leave him up. I was like, no, leave him up, leave him up. And the guy's like belly just fucking started ballooning, like his belly went like 2 feet out and his face turned bright purple. And he was like choking on his own, like he was spitting up, I guess, or whatever. And the ambulance guy said, yeah, you have to lay him down. So I inadvertently killed someone. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what they told me.
Good on you.
Yeah, they were
You
like,
are a murderer.
that's
friend.
not murder.
That's
not.
not.
No.
And
Why-
the podcast takes a dark
Why
turn.
had you never,
Manslaughter at best.
Yeah.
Andy? If you are lying, but I don't want to think you are. Why had you never told us about this before?
I've
think
told everyone
I think
this.
I heard about it. I remember
Yeah.
it now.
He hasn't told me
Yeah.
about it. I don't
I've
know.
told everyone this story, I'm pretty
I-
sure. When it
I
happened. too.
remember
I'm-
the stuff.
I would have
Everyone, I've
remembered.
been told this.
Well, you
No.
didn't know me at the time. It was like when I was 15, 16.
I
Has
would have.
anybody else thought of any 1 true 3?
I'm too drunk. I mean, I've partied too much. I mean,
Come on.
I'm too tired.
Whatever.
do you want to save yours and mine for the next one?
I think we should.
Dylan and
Honestly, I had a good one.
I got a
can't
couple
remember
of
for the
interesting
life of me.
stories.
So we can play again, but Dylan and I will save ours for issue 4. But yeah, I mean, anything else, you guys?
I don't know, man. I say good night to the people.
Okay, we can call the night here.
Take her easy. Thanks for having me, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Hope
special
this-
guest David
I know
DeBruyne.
what he
Hope to
said.
see you guys
Yeah,
again soon.
thanks.
Definitely gonna have him back, and special guest Brittany.
Who we are recording from her apartment, so I will be back.
Yeah.
Will we?
Yeah. So thank you for joining the new Renaissance Men, and we'll see you next time.